Welcome back to the channel. In today's Confluence tutorial, I'm going to walk you through setting up Confluence Cloud from scratch, specifically, how to create and organize your very first space. By the end, you'll have a central hub perfectly suited for your team or project, and you'll be ready to start collaborating efficiently. So let's dive in. First up, let's create your first space. Think of it as your digital workspace or headquarters for anything you want to organize, whether it's a project, a department, or even just general resources. Once you're logged into Confluence Cloud, you'll land on your homepage. Here, look for the Create Space button. It's usually front and center, but if you don't see it, you might need to click the little plus sign labeled Plus Create. This is the jumping off point where Confluence lets you carve out a special area dedicated to your work. Now, before you rush in, Confluence will ask you how you'd like this new space to be structured. You've got a few templates to pick from: project space, team space, or you can even start with a blank canvas if you want maximum flexibility. Templates are incredibly helpful. For example, a project space template comes with pages like project overview and meeting notes already set up for you. This saves a ton of time and helps everyone follow a consistent workflow. If you're not quite sure which template fits, start with a blank space. You can always add structure later as your needs become clearer. Next, it's time to name your space. Pick something descriptive like Marketing Team 2024 or Product Roadmap Q3. You'll also need to set a space key. This is a short code that becomes part of the URL for your space, and it's helpful for quick navigation or when you're linking between spaces. For example, if your space is called Design Sprint, you might use DS as your key. Keep it unique but memorable. Confluence won't let you have two spaces with the same key. One small but very important step. Set your space permissions. Here you decide who can view or edit content in this space. Maybe it's open to your whole organization, or maybe it's private to just your project team. This is just like setting access in a shared folder, making sure only the right people can see or change what matters. Take your time here, and remember, you can always adjust permissions later as your project grows. Once your space is created, it's time to organize content and start collaborating. Hit the Create button to add your first page. You can start with a blank page, or for faster setup, use one of Confluence's templates for meeting notes, sprint planning, or roadmaps. Templates help maintain consistency, so you're not reinventing the wheel every time you need to document a process or meeting. Now, as you add more pages, you'll want to stay organized. Confluence uses a page tree, basically, an outline view in your sidebar that you can customize by dragging and dropping pages into a hierarchy. It's kind of like building folders and subfolders on your computer, making sure everyone can find information quickly without clicking through endless lists of files. For brainstorming sessions, or when you just need to get ideas out fast, try adding a whiteboard to your space. Whiteboards in Confluence let your team work together in real time, using sticky notes, shapes, and drawings. It's perfect for mind mapping, planning sprints, or jotting down ideas during workshops. And the best part is, everything stays right alongside the more structured content of your space. Finally, don't forget to bring your team in. Invite team members to your Confluence site or to specific spaces as needed. Collaboration is what makes Confluence truly powerful. You'll be able to assign tasks, leave inline comments, and keep everyone in sync without endless back-and-forth emails. And that's it. You've just laid the foundation for your team's new workspace. If you found this tutorial helpful, please give it a thumbs up and let me know in the comments if you have questions or if there's something you'd like to see covered next. And don't forget to subscribe for more practical tutorials to boost your productivity. Thanks for watching, and see you next time.